A black woman, a decorated police captain with 15 years of service, is cuffed and thrown to the ground in a crowded mall, accused of shoplifting a $20 scarf. Except the officers have no idea they're arresting one of their own, a hero who's taken down drug lords and saved lives. What happens when the truth unravels, and the hunter becomes the hunted in a system rigged against her? This explosive story of betrayal, courage, and jaw-dropping twists will grip you from the first word. So hit that subscribe button now to join millions across the USA and UK diving into raw, unfiltered tales of justice and injustice that demand to be heard. Don't miss out. Subscribe today. The fluorescent lights of the Peachtree Mall in Atlanta, Georgia, buzzed overhead on a humid Saturday afternoon in July 2025, casting a sterile glow over the bustling crowds. Captain Aisha Coleman, a 38-year-old black woman and off-duty Atlanta Police Department captain, navigated the throngs with a purposeful stride. At 5 feet 8 inches, with a commanding presence honed from years of leading high-stakes operations, Aisha was a force. Her sharp brown eyes missed nothing. Her posture exuded authority even in her casual jeans and blouse. She just finished a 12-hour shift overseeing a drug bust that netted 3 cartel lieutenants, and now, craving a moment of normalcy, she was here to pick up a birthday gift for her teenage daughter, Nia. Aisha had no reason to suspect that this ordinary errand would ignite a firestorm that would shake the city, expose deep-rooted corruption, and force her to fight for her life and legacy. Aisha browsed a rack of scarves in Nordstrom, her fingers grazing a soft, teal silk one she knew Nia would love. She draped it over her arm, intending to pay, but her phone buzzed, a text from her partner, Detective Jamal Carter, about a lead in their ongoing case. She stepped toward a quieter corner to reply, scarf still in hand, when 2 mall security guards approached, followed by 2 uniformed Atlanta PD officers, Officers Brian Kessler and Maria Torres. Kessler, a wiry white man in his late 20s with a reputation for quick tempers, barked, "Ma'am, put the scarf down and step away." Aisha's brow furrowed. "Excuse me? I'm about to pay for this." But Kessler's hand was already on his taser, his eyes narrow with suspicion. "You were seen concealing it. Hands up now." The air thickened with tension. Shoppers slowed, phones raised to record. Aisha's police instincts kicked in. She kept her hands visible, voice calm. "I'm Captain Aisha Coleman, Atlanta PD, badge number 47219. This is a misunderstanding." But Torres, a rookie eager to prove herself, cut her off. "ID now." Aisha reached slowly for her wallet, but Kessler, misreading the move, lunged, slamming her against the display rack. The scarf fell. Pain shot through her shoulder as cuffs snapped onto her wrists. "You're under arrest for shoplifting," Kessler snarled. Aisha's heart pounded, not from fear but fury. She knew the script, black woman, assumed guilty. But she wasn't just any woman. She was a cop, one of the best. And she'd be damned if she let this slide. The mall security office was a cramped, windowless room where Aisha sat, cuffed to a chair, as Kessler and Torres grilled her. "I'm a captain," she repeated, voice steady despite the humiliation. "Check my ID, run my badge." Kessler scoffed, tossing her wallet aside. "We'll see about that." The first twist hit when they ran her ID and found her record. Captain Aisha Coleman, decorated for bravery, lead on the city's biggest anti-drug task force. Torres paled, but Kessler doubled down. "Doesn't mean you didn't steal." Aisha's eyes locked onto his. "You're making a mistake, officer." But Kessler wasn't listening. He was on a power trip, and Aisha's race, to him, trumped her rank. Word spread fast. By the time Aisha was hauled to the precinct in a squad car, her own precinct, where she commanded respect, she was trending on X. Videos of her arrest went viral. Hashtag Black Captain Arrested. Hashtag Police Racism. Protests erupted outside the mall, with chants of "Free Captain Coleman." Inside the precinct, her colleagues were stunned. Lieutenant Marcus Reed, her second in command, stormed the booking area. "Uncuff her now." But Kessler, backed by a union rep, insisted on protocol. Aisha, still cuffed, whispered to Marcus, "This isn't random. Dig into Kessler." She sensed something deeper. Her gut, honed from years of sniffing out corruption, screamed setup. As Aisha was processed, fingerprinted like a common thief, the second twist unraveled. Kessler wasn't just a hothead. He was dirty, tied to a ring of officers extorting local businesses, including the mall. Aisha's task force had been closing in on their operation, and Kessler, tipped off by a mole in her unit, saw her at the mall and seized the chance to discredit her. The shoplifting was a plant. The scarf had a tampered security tag, rigged to set off alarms. But Aisha didn't know this yet. Released on bail after 6 humiliating hours, she returned home to Nia's tear-streaked face and her husband Malik's quiet rage. "They're trying to break you, Aisha," Malik said. "Don't let them." Aisha didn't plan to. She called Jamal, who'd been digging. "Kessler's got ties to a shell company funneling cash from the mall," he reported. "And he's tight with Captain Vaughn." Twist 3. Captain Daniel Vaughn, Aisha's rival in the department, was the mole. Vaughn, a white veteran with political ambitions, resented Aisha's rise and saw her task force's success as a threat. He'd orchestrated the arrest to smear her, hoping to derail her career and protect his corrupt allies. Aisha, now suspended pending investigation, went rogue. She wasn't about to let Vaughn win. Using her network, loyal cops, informants, even a hacker friend from her army days, Aisha built a case. She staked out Kessler, tailing him to a seedy bar where he met a mall manager, exchanging cash for silence. Her hacker friend, Lena, pulled financials linking Kessler to Vaughn's shell company. But the fourth twist hit hard. Vaughn had dirt on the mayor, who was pressuring the DA to charge Aisha formally. The shoplifting case was escalating to felony theft with planted evidence, a fake receipt found in her car. Aisha's home was raided, her badge confiscated. X exploded with hashtag Justice for Aisha, but the police union painted her as a rogue cop gone bad. Aisha went underground, hiding at Jamal's safe house. Protests grew violent. Atlanta burned, and London saw solidarity marches, with BBC headlines screaming, "U.S. police scandal rocks global trust." Aisha's military training kicked in. She planned a sting. Posing as a whistleblower, she lured Kessler to a warehouse, recording his confession about the setup. But Vaughn, tipped off, sent a hit squad, corrupt cops turned enforcers. The fifth twist. One was Torres, the rookie coerced by Vaughn's threats. A firefight erupted. Aisha, armed with only her service pistol, took down 2 attackers, but Torres hesitated, guilt-stricken. "I didn't sign up for this," Torres whispered, lowering her gun. Aisha spared her, but Kessler escaped. The climax came at a city council meeting, broadcast live. Aisha, with Jamal and Lena, crashed it, presenting Kessler's recorded confession and financial records. Vaughn, in the audience, tried to flee but was arrested. The mayor, exposed, resigned. Aisha's charges were dropped, her badge restored. But the scars lingered. Nia's trust in the system shattered. Malik's fears for Aisha's safety grew. The final twist, Torres turned state's witness, exposing a wider corruption ring reaching the state capital. Aisha testified in Congress, pushing for police reform. She retired, starting a nonprofit to train Black youth in law enforcement, turning pain into purpose. Atlanta and the world watched a hero rise from the ashes of betrayal.